All right, let's say we're starting to center and we're gonna start to run into some problems. Let's start right from the beginning. We throw this on here and it's completely off. Let's say it's all the way out like that and you're like, darn it, what do I do? That's where this hand right here comes into play. I just wanna scoop under. Look how I'm actually going under. And I'm gonna take this hand and smush that in. So we'll bring that in together. Now this right here needs to get cleaned off. So I clean that off. So the way I did that is I scooped up the clay and pushed in together. Now this top is disgusting. That's no fun. I don't want to create an air bubble, so I want to get rid of that. So the best thing I can do that I can think of is I'll literally squish that out first. Now I've made it really wide and there's a big concave underneath there. So the way I fix that is by pushing in with this hand right here. That created this. This gets fixed with this hand. So these are some things that can go wrong. So let's say you have a piece here and you want it to be centered and it's off, just so slightly off. You lock steady here, hold the two together. Look how I'm all being white knuckled, holding strong. All I'm doing is just holding myself on there. And then I slowly let go. If I'm doing this, and when I'm going in here and it ends up really concave like this, that happens because look, I'm pushing too much right here. So to fix that, I simply straighten out my fist and lean like that. That gets rid of that concave. See, it's formed by this, it's removed by this. If I'm going right here and I'm pushing down and I'm ending up with it looking like this, that's because I went over the top. See that right there? So the way I get rid of that is look how I'll just push that into the center almost with this hand. That makes that go away. If I'm sitting here and I'm starting to pull up, let's say I opened it. And now I'm gonna open up these walls. And I start to pull up. When I'm starting to come up, if it looks like this, that's because I went too fast. I didn't take my time. Sitting here, I'll pull up. Look how closely each one of those ring fingers is. Look at all those rings. That's because I take my time. When I get to the top and it's all bumpy like that, remember how I said it was off-centered in the beginning? Well, that's what makes that happen. That's why that's there, is because it was off-centered. That's easy to fix. You take a needle tool and you put this on. Now some people have a problem with doing this. What their problem often is that they sit here and they try to go too fast and it just jumps up and down and it rips. Don't go so fast. Go slow. Sometimes you'll get air bubbles. We have air bubbles all through this thing. And I got this because I didn't wedge the clay first because I wanted there to be some air bubbles. But those air bubbles right there, you can get those out. You take your needle tool, you poke out the holes, take your rib on the outside, sponge on the inside, air bubble's gone. If you're going along here and you're finding as you're coming up, you're like, oh my goodness, I just keep getting wider. That's because look where my head is now. I'm way over here and it keeps getting wider. That's because my head's way over here. You want to keep your head right over the top. If you keep your head right over the top, when you're pulling up, you're actually thinking about going towards this direction. That makes it a lot easier. Actually think this way. Don't go out here. Stay over here. Those are some of the issues. There's a lot more. I have tons of issues. I'm like Sports Illustrated, new issue every day. Regardless, hope that helps.